Hello students, this is the second video for science this week and we are continuing the same chapter, transportation in animals and plants. So as I told you, we'll be starting diffusion of gases in this video. So let us proceed. So do plants produce waste also? So all animals eat food to survive. Not all of the food can be used by our body. So eventually some will exit the body as waste. Plants are also not different from animals because they also produce waste products during the process of photosynthesis. Does this mean they do not produce any waste? So oxygen is made during photosynthesis but not all of its product is used by the plant. It is a waste product. Plants also use carbon dioxide during photosynthesis and produce oxygen. These gases move in and out of the plant through the leaves by the process of diffusion. When the concentration of carbon dioxide inside the plant is low, it will diffuse in from the air through the pores in the leaves into the plant cells. If the concentration of oxygen is high inside the plant, then it will diffuse from the plant cells through the pores and into the air. So the diffusion of gases occurs in the leaves and they are adapted for this function in the following ways. The leaves are thin. This decreases the distance gases have to travel between the air and cells. There are air spaces between the cells. This increases the speed of diffusion from the air to the cells inside the leaf. There are lots of pores which are stomata on the underside of the leaves. These let gases in and out. Then what are the stomata? We all know that the underside of leaves are small holes or pores called stomata. A single hole is called a stoma. Each stoma is surrounded in turn by two guard cells which control the opening and the closing of the stomata. So these are the guard cells and this is the stomatal pore. When carbon dioxide levels are low inside the plant, the guard cells gain water and become turgid. Turgid means swollen. So they will gain water and become swollen and this state is only known as turgid state. They curve out opening the stoma and allowing gases in and out. Water also evaporates through stomata. High carbon dioxide levels cause the guard cells to lose water, closing the stoma. So this is how stomata closes and opens and hence leads to the exchange of gases. So how does stomata open and close? So when the carbon dioxide levels in the leaves are high, the guard cells lose water and become flaccid, closing the stomata. That is, they shrink. Low water levels in the plant also cause stomata to close, preventing further loss of water. So students, next we are going to study transpiration. So how do tall trees get enough water? Redwoods, are the tallest species of tree in the world. The tallest redwood ever measured was 120 meters tall. That is 6 times the height of the angel of the north. How does a plant this size get water from its roots to the branches at the top? The water will travel up the stem or trunk of the tree. What experiment could show the water levels up the stems? So what we have to do is that we have to take colored water and then we have to prove this with the help of experiment. We have to take a simple celery stem and put the celery stem in colored water. So transpiration now is the loss of water by evaporation from plants. Plants lose water when they open the stomata in the leaves to let in carbon dioxide. Water always moves from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. This movement of water is a type of diffusion only, but the process is known as osmosis. Air around plant usually contains less water than the cells of the plant. So water evaporates into the air. Although it may seem bad for plants, transpiration actually moves water from the roots to the top of the plant without using any energy. So, the loss of water through transpiration in the leaf sets up a concentration gradient, continuously pulling water from the soil into all parts of the plant, and this is known as ascent of sap. Transpiration is a bit like a straw pulling water up the plant. Sometimes the pulling force will be stronger and the plant will lose more water. The speed at which transpiration loses water is called the rate of transpiration, which is affected by humidity, light intensity, temperature and air movement. So air movement, when it is windy, air saturated with water vapor is quickly moved away from the plant and replaced by drier air. So the water concentration in the air will stay lower than in the plant, and this increases transpiration. This is why laundry also gets dry on a windy day than on a calm day. Transpiration can be measured using a potometer. So here you can see how it can be used. So students, now we are going to see the mineral uptake. So the roots of, you can see how roots are adapted to, of course, for absorption. So roots contain thousands of tiny root hair cells which project out into the soil. These features make roots suitable for absorbing water and minerals, and these are high surface area to volume ratio, maximum contact with the soil, and firm anchorage. Like water, minerals enter plants through the roots. However, they do this by different methods. Water passively diffuses with a concentration gradient from the soil into the roots and up the stem. And diffusion cannot take place against a concentration gradient, so this process is known as active transport. So students, this is all for this video. I hope you have understood the topic. So thank you so much, students.